welcome to Sarah Yoga. I am Sarah. Today we have a practice for when you are feeling super impatient, when you're waiting for something to happen and it just doesn't seem to be happening or working out, and so you are anxious because of it. So most of the time when we're in that circumstance, we run around and do 100 other things to preoccupy our mind from what we don't want to think about. So try this instead. We'll move a little slow, short little practice to allow you to rebalance your energy and start to allow that energy to clear out so you can bring stuff towards you, so things start coming towards you instead of you actually extending yourself all the time and trying to pull them in and gather them in and hold on to them. A little practice in letting go. So grab your mat. That's all we'll need is a mat and ourselves, and we'll go ahead and get started. So find a nice easy cross-legged seat. If this doesn't work for you, extend the legs out long or grab a pillow to come and sit up on. Let the palms come right down to the tops of the thighs. Flip the palms down as opposed to up to ground out to feel the ground underneath and the energy from the earth traveling up into the body. Close the eyes. Take a couple really nice big inhales here, nice deep exhales, all the way down into the belly, and then let it go. Again, deep breath in, exhale, let it go. Let the shoulders creep away from the ears. Let the tips of the ears lengthen towards the sky. Press into the sits bones. Lift up through the spine. Maybe lean back in the torso a little bit. Take both hands here and bring them across the bottom edge of your ribs. Let your breath pour into the palms. Notice where the mind is going. Half of your practice is noticing what's going on in the mind. So as the breath pours in and out, let the thoughts pour in and out. You're not your thoughts. They're just ideas that we tend to attach to. So just let them come in and out. Observe as if you're standing above yourself, watching the thoughts come in and out. Let go of the muscles in the face. Relax the jaw. Take one more breath in here. Exhale, let it go. Release the hands. Take your fingertips, give your jaw, the hinge of your jaw, a little massage. And travel down the line of your jaw, making your way towards the chin. Just let go of the hinge of your jaw so the lips can part here. And it should feel good, really. Should feel good. Should feel good, really getting into these tight muscles, and we'll come down. And just take your pointer fingers like a little claw, thumbs right underneath the chin. We're gonna hold on to the bone, right, that big lower jaw bone. Clench it and give yourself a couple of shakes. You can let out a little bit of sound. One more time. And then let it go. So from here, we'll make our way right to our hands and our knees. Hands right underneath the shoulders, knees right underneath the hips. Take a couple circles. Roll out the hips. Roll out the head and the neck. Deep inhales, deep exhales, so your breath is always number one. Poses are secondary. They're just here to help get some of this stress out of the physical body, but your breath is what's rinsing everything out. Take your knees wide as the mat, big toes together. Sink it back and we'll find child's pose, forehead reaching all the way down. So we're not going to stay here, we're actually going to move. Moving through child's pose. On your inhale, come up towards the right, like you're drawing a circle up and over towards that right knee. On your exhale, come forward, drop the hips, release the feet back. Press into the palms, bend the elbows, open up through the front of the chest and the throat. And then exhale, we'll take it all the way up to the left this time, rolling out our circle, landing in child's pose. Inhale, this time travel up to the left side first. Roll it forward, take a breath in. And then exhale, up and over to the right. Sink it down, let go of the head. Again, deep breath in, traveling up to the right. So taking a couple more of these at your own speed, at your own pace. Feel free to pause in any spot if it feels good and you want to linger there and stay and take a couple of breaths. Feel free to rock back and forth if you catch a tight area that needs more of your attention. Take a couple more rounds. And then when we come all the way back to child's pose, pause here. Really let go of the forehead, let go of the elbows. Breathe into the belly, let the low back expand. Let the hinge of your jaw release. Take a nice big breath in. Through the mouth. So in your child's pose, take the tip of your tongue and tuck it right behind the bottom teeth. And then roll the middle of your tongue out towards the ground. So it will look something like ha. And we'll take these little tongue stretches using our inhale, rolling out through the tongue on the exhale. Releasing the jaw. Take a couple more rounds. And then on your inhale, come all the way up, back forward. Walk the knees back underneath your hip points, tuck the toes. Come right up into downward facing dog. Pedal out the legs, roll through the head and the neck, essentially taking any movement here that your body needs. Stretching out through the backs of the legs, hug the inner arms together. Power up the inner corners of your hands so you're pressing away from the ground. So imagine yourself as a starfish. You're extending from the back of the heart. You're getting longer through the legs and the arms. Drag your heels down and back. On your inhale, scoop the belly in and we'll pull forward into our plank pose. Flatten it out, heart forward, and then exhale like you're lifting up and over. Take it up and back to downward facing dog. Again, deep breath in, coming forward, heels drag down and back. Heart reaches forward. And then inhale, take it all the way up. Exhale, release. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, up and back. Feeling a little bit of heat, a little bit of the cores having to activate here. Couple more rounds. Hang with me here. Again, if this is too much, you can always pause and downward dog or even take a child's pose. And then we'll land next time in downward facing dog pause here. Pedal out the legs. Drag the left heel down, shoot the right heel up. Open up the hip for a split second, and then exhale, knee to nose, step the right foot in between the hands and lower that back knee down. Find the fingertips on the ground, roll the right hip back in space, and then when you're ready, we'll start to walk up here towards this front thigh. Release the hands down. And find your hips, plug the right hip back, left hip forward. And then set your right hand right on your right thigh. Press away from the thigh. Inhale, send the left hand all the way up towards the sky. On your inhale, reach up. Exhale, sink down into the knees. Inhale, reconnect. Feel the belly plug in. Press away with that right hand. Exhale, sink it down. Again, deep breath in. Exhale, lower. Last time here, inhale, reach up, hug the belly in, and we'll start to take this right hand up as well. Finding simple version of Anjaneyasana. Rolling open through the heart, let the shoulder blades drop down, lengthen through the back of the neck. So if you have an especially large amount of anxious energy today, you can take this pose up one more level by maybe trying to lift that right knee away from the ground. So what's going to happen here though is you want to keep that right knee, sorry, did I say lift the left knee away from the ground. So right knee is going to bend right over that right ankle, and we're going to power up that back thigh, scoop the belly in, and lift up and back like you're pole vaulting. So either knee is on the ground or up, breathing here. Soften your gaze, soften the shoulders. Nice, maybe if that knee is up, let the hips sink down a little bit more. Everybody take one more deep breath in, reaching up and back, and then exhale. Release. Send the right knee back to meet the left. Find 2 rounds of cat-cow on your inhale, scoop the heart forward. Exhale, belly comes up and in, chin to chest. Again, deep breath in. Exhale, belly comes up and in, chin to chest. Pause here, tuck the toes, take it up and back, downward facing dog. Plug the right heel down, inhale, shoot the left heel up, maybe open up that hip for a split second. Square off the hips, knee to nose. Step your left foot in between the hands, lower your back knee. Plug the heart forward, and then we'll go for a walk. Come up to this left thigh. Left hand presses into the thigh as the right hand reaches all the way up towards the sky. Drag your left hip crease back. Pull the belly in, lengthen through the back of the neck. On your inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower it down. Drag the left hip crease back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower. Again, deep breath in. Exhale, lower, getting into the front of that right thigh. Inhale, coming up, hug the inner arm towards the ear. Exhale, lower. Last time, come up with the left hand, scoop the belly in, dragging the heart and opening it up towards the sky. Inner arms towards the ears. Lengthen through the back of the neck. So stay here, or if you want to go for it, picking up that back knee. Sink back into the left knee. Scoop the belly and roll the left hip back. Shoulders drag down. And we'll pause here. Anjaneyasana, or up in our crescent pose. We're breathing. What can you soften and make it more about the breath? So instead of always sort of working super hard and stressing, right? Tensing the muscles. Learning to soften is quite an art, right? Learning to allow things to come towards you instead of always fighting to make your way towards them. Kind of like a life practice. But yoga really helps, right? It helps metaphorically and physically for you to find it in the body. So scoop the belly in. Take one more deep breath in, reach up and back. And then on your exhale, release. Hands come all the way down. And from here, we'll take it right into a pigeon pose on the left side. So walk your left foot over towards the right. Start to drop the left knee. So we haven't done a lot of heated poses, so it's okay for this pigeon pose to be softer today, maybe taking the heel in towards the inner groin. Find your fingertips underneath the shoulders. Roll the right hip forward, left hip back. Take a nice big breath and reach the heart forward. On your exhale, come down to the palms, or maybe all the way down to the forearms. And always, always, you can use a prop or a pillow or a block or anything you have underneath this left hip. Wherever you are, they'll let go of the head and the neck. Take that back foot, maybe straighten it out, untucking the toes. Just making sure that the foot is nice and straight, not sickling off to one side. And then finding your breath here. So let go of the tailbone, the heart, and the back of the throat, jaw. And then we'll start to make our way up here. Send the left knee back to meet the right. Take a couple circles with the hips. Roll through the head and the neck just to find some movement before we switch to the other side. Anything goes here. And then we'll step that right foot up, walk the right foot over to the left. Making our way into pigeon pose. Hands come down, knee drops down. Flex the right toes towards the knee, walk that left knee back. And then scissor, right hip back, left hip forward. Maybe use a prop, a blanket, pillow underneath the right hip. Roll the heart forward, open up through the chest, get nice and long here. On your exhale, taking your way down your level. You can come down to the hands, the forearms. You can use props underneath the forearms, or a pillow if you want. Just making do with what you have and then coming right into your breath. So big, big hip opener. Give yourself some time to sink into it. Let go of the tailbone, the heart, and the jaw, and the back of the throat. Deep inhales, deep exhales. See if you can really focus on the breath. On your inhale, we'll let that go. This time we'll just come and sit right over on the right hip. Swing the legs around, take your feet as wide as the mat. Take a couple windshield wipers here with the knees, hands. Just walk behind you. Opening up those hips a little more. Should feel good. Walk your feet right underneath the knees. Send your hands behind you, point the fingertips back. You can stay here, bending through the elbows, rolling open through the chest. That might be enough. Or if you want to take it one last step further, one last pose here, we'll peel the hips up, open up, level the hips with the knees, and maybe let the head drop back. Take one more breath in. Exhale, slowly roll it all the way down. Cross your legs, coming back into your seat. And we will end here, hands resting again, face down on the thighs. Close the eyes. Feel your breath moving all the way down into the bottom edge of the ribs, into the belly. Let go of any last tension you might be holding here. Let go of the face and the hinge of your jaw. And trust, right? Trust that whatever you need will come to you. Whatever is meant to happen will happen. And take a step back and just enjoy your body and your breath. Finding gratitude for everything that you already have and all of those opportunities that are coming your way. Keeping your eyes open for what they might be. Give yourself a last few couple moments here. Stay here for as long as you like. And I will sign off by bringing the hands to the heart. Thank you so much for joining me today. Remembering to just take a breath, relax, and everything will work out. My name is Sarah. Once again, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time on Sarah Yoga. Namaste.